So most people will tell you move to Ghana. Ghana is the best place to be. To give you sell you dreams. To talk about the roses, the butterflies, and all of that. You get so hyped, you start dreaming about Africa. Oh my God, I want to live there. I want to be there. It's just going to be a dream come true, and I'm just going to live on the beach, and it's going to be so perfect. So I want to break it down to you why you should not fall for the okie doke. Okay, first of all, where do we start? We want to first start by saying the people who's telling you this are the people who came to Ghana or came to Africa, ran out of money, and they're trying to figure out a side hustle to keep afloat. They want to stay afloat. Everybody wants to. So they say, okay, well, I'm going to tell people to move over here, sell them this dream, and then they pay me consultation fees, they pay me tour fees, they pay me moving fees, and I can help them by telling them all these great things about Ghana and how they're going to live their best life. Okay? So you come over here with your rose-colored glasses on thinking everything is okay when it's not.
I like that effect. To be honest, this is normally true. I hate to say this, but I live in Uganda, and one of the reasons why many people who have come to Africa and start consultation business, because they have no real business in the local markets. In any local market, almost everybody will probably get rich in the local market, whether it's real estate or certain goods or services. But when you're an African American and you're moving to like Uganda or Ghana, number one is you're probably not going to figure out the local market. It take you like a decade to do that and then to add value. And then by that time you've been around the money. So now you're targeting the diaspora. This is where you get tours. This is where you get consultations. This is where you get land scams. This is where you get T3 and Flea. Okay, because they are not natural business people. If they were, then they wouldn't be doing diaspora land selling by Cash App and all that funny stuff. So she is right. People who have moved to Ghana, Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya are usually poor, don't really have money, and are trying to gas it up so that you can come over there and move too so that they can be in business. This is absolutely, usually 100% true.
First of all, let's discuss housing. Housing is cheap only when you're renting, because most renters are locals. So of course the housing is going to be cheap. They know they make it too high, people are not going to have nowhere to live. They're not really going to have any clients. So they say, okay, well, let's make the rent low so they can just save up their money, and they pay us a year, and they save up the money through the year so they can pay us for the next year or 2 years. Then when you go into buying, they know that locals really not buying. Most of the people that are buying are foreigners. People are coming from America, coming from the UK, coming from Canada. Mm-hmm. They have the money, so they coming over there to buy it. So most of the time when you see a house in a crop, you're going to see houses there, and you're like, oh my God, that house is so beautiful. I want that house. You're going to call them, and they're going to say upwards of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800,000. You're like, oh, hell no, I'm not living across the street from no dirty cows for $800,000. That's because there's no code. So there's nobody regulating the housing market. There's nobody that's doing inspections of these houses. So basically, the person who built the house or invested in this house can sell the house for whatever they want. Nobody's going to tell them they cannot. That's their own prerogative. So they're going to sell the house for what they want. And then you, being from another country, come over here and you see how beautiful it is. You can be like, oh, I want to buy it. Until you get in there and realize it's a nightmare. Because first, the water, the infrastructure is trash.
Wait a minute, did she give the address 1428 Elm Street, Accra, Ghana? Okay, this is the same case in Uganda too. What do I always tell you? Never buy a house in Africa if you are not a citizen. If you're an American, buy in America, rent in Africa. There's so much real estate going up in Uganda or Kenya, people can't even sell it or can't even rent it. So why would you buy it? Because if you buy it, you can't rent it. You know what I mean? Maybe you can Airbnb it, but it's hard, right? So don't do that. Buy in the US stock market. You can make a business here. You can do very well here. It's opportunities here, but never buy here if they won't give you citizenship. Once you get citizenship here, then okay, you have some rights in the country. But don't spend US dollar prices to have a 99-year lease. It doesn't make any sense. You can go to somewhere else in the new market. You can go to Akron, Ohio and buy. You can go to St. Louis and buy. Property, you own it.
The water may not work all the time. Sometimes you can wake up and there's no tap flowing. And who you gonna call? Ghostbusters? Like nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming So then,
KK is quiet. When you coming to Uganda, you are crazy as hell. She's right. Tap water be going out in Uganda too.
it's times where you're not going to have electricity. The electricity goes out. The only way you can fix that is to have a generator. Generators cost upward of $3,000. Easy. A generator for a big house, you talking about a plant. A plant can be $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. It's not cheap. Then you need fuel to keep it flowing. And fuel is expensive. Let's not forget the fuel, okay? If you have a Nissan Versa and you want to fill the Nissan Versa up, it's going to cost you a good $90 to $120 to fill that Nissan Versa up. So can you imagine filling the fuel up in a plant and then your electric been going off all week? Not to mention during rainy season of the flooding. The roads are already bad. Then you got flooding on top of that. So you like, dang, I can't even drive nowhere. Then driving is always crazy and hectic. Can you see my frustration?
What she says, it's like almost like she's talking about Uganda. It's the same 100% accurate truth.
Okay. Like, it's very frustrating. Like, nobody's out here. There's no rules. Everybody can go act chaotic and do what they want. Everybody just running amongst. Okay?
I like the editing,
so that's how
though.
they driving.
I like the editing. You've been getting better at this, right? This is good.
And then you got flooding on top of it. And then you got messed up roads on top of that. Then you you want to get a nice car. The cars are expensive as hell.
Yeah, this is actually them. They're in the water where doo-doo is coming out of that. So if you don't know, they're in there full of shit right now, literally. And its gutters are open. So you see the doo-doo just passing through the water. Like, boop, 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 boop. You see that brown water walking down the street? You see it you cannot walk down the street and not see those open gutters. You're going to see it. Luckily, I love Uganda so much, I don't show it on my personal channel, but yeah, just Google the pictures. You'll see it. Doo-doo everywhere.
Let's say you want to ride fresh. You want a Mercedes-Benz. To get a Mercedes-Benz going to cost you over $15,000, $20,000. It's not going to be like in America where you can just go get you an old Mercedes-Benz and you pay $5,000, $6,000 for it. It's not going to work like that. You want a nice car, you're going to have over $15,000 to get a nice car. And if you want a raggedy piece of crap, maybe $5,000 to get it, but you're not in America, so you're not going to get nothing for $1,500 or $2,000. It just does not work that way.
Great point.
So the cars are expensive, so you want to buy this nice car, you want to drive on these roads, but you got to worry about the roads, the potholes. And when I'm talking about potholes, you can put 4, 5, 6 mother freaking Negroes inside the hole.
I swear to God and 30 white folks, you can baptize people in some potholes in Kampala. It is that bad. The side of the road is literally falling off. Like, you can swim in there. Literally, I almost got my hand broken one day because somebody tried to snatch my phone off on a motorcycle. But if the road was still usable, then he wouldn't have never been able to reach because the road was falling apart. I couldn't use the full entirety of the road, so he was much closer than I thought he was. And he sprained my finger for about like 4 months. If I ever see you, I'm gonna beat your ass too. But anyway, that's another story. So yes, those potholes, you're gonna mess your brakes up, you're gonna mess your shocks up. Often I take my car, I have a car. Often I take my car to repair a lot. And it's always those shocks issues, it's always brakes, it's always alignment. And if you get a nice car, like a foreign car, you're down bad.
That's how big the hole be. Tell me I'm lying. Like, nope. It's a hole by my street. And I have to tell everybody who come, do not miss the hole, because people miss the hole and fall inside all the time. Their car be stuck inside. People have to help pull their car out of the hole. Stuff that you normally wouldn't see in the West or where you're from.
Speaking of falling in the hole, there was a young lady that I knew one day. She happened to be visiting me. The car that she was in fell in the hole. They had to pull the car out. It's a true story. If I'm lying, I'm flying. She had to come back to where I was. Then we had to get an Uber bike. And then the guy still charged me for him falling in the hole.
You're going to see in Africa, it's really bad. You're going to see a lot it's going to make it hard to smile in the future. And so you're dealing with that. Then you said, hey, I came here because I wanted a nice house, and my house was beautiful, but I didn't know that it was really messed up. The plumbing is messed up. The tissue getting stuck inside the pipes, and the pipes overflowing, and me not having taps sometimes, and not having electricity sometimes, and then trying to get the generator, and then the electric bill. That is another monster in itself. Okay, that electric bill, my electric bill is like, for the last 4 months, it's like $3,000.
Damn! What in the are you watching? Like 3,000? Okay, remember K&K Squad. She'd come edit for me because she good. Backstory on her. She was with a dude, they from DC. I think she like African-American, like Ghanaian, right? They came, they had their kids and stuff. She say he cheated or something like that or whatever. The dude goes back. Then she end up in a relationship with the housekeeper dude. So she was seeing all this stuff the first time. So she left Ghana, broke up with the dude from America, then came back with this other guy. It seemed like a booty clapping condition situation. I don't really know what was, I gotta call her and ask her what happened to the cheeks, but something happened. So she back there now with her kids and this other dude. I don't know if they still together. But it was some definite booty clapping conditions going on.
The electric bill high as hell. Okay, every time you turn around, you got people at the electric company stealing the money. So when you go to pay your electric bill, you say, all right, I'm going to put 500 CDs on my electric bill today. 500 CDs, $50. That 500 CDs will last you for 3 days.
Damn.
Can you imagine? Because the people who is behind it is stealing the money.
That's one of the good things about Uganda. They don't steal electricity. Umeme is not Umeme anymore. It's something else now, but that was pretty good, yeah. This, I disagree. We do this a lot better than them.
Then you have other issues, okay? We need to really get into it. Let's get into it. Because here we tell the truth, okay?
Hello.
Then you got people around you, all skin folks and kin folks.
Preach.
So you're going to have people around you that is going to steal from you, manipulate you, lie to you, cheat you, and you have to be prepared and ready for it. But the normal person that's coming from the West or coming from Europe, coming from Canada or whatever have you, is not coming over here with that mindset that this a dog-eat-dog country. They're not coming over here. They thinking, oh, I'm going to live my best life. I'm going to live on the beach. I'm going to live good. I'm going to eat fufu and we're going to turn up. No. You have other things to worry about. Like, for instance, so my caretaker, every time I turn around, she's telling me another story. Just a couple days ago, she told me that I gave her some money. I gave her 400 CDs, which is $40. I told her to go get me some fruit. She ended up going home, and she said she didn't go home yet. That's another story. She ended up going to go get the fruit, but in turn of her going to go get the fruit, she comes back to me and crying. And I said, why are you crying? And she said, because I got robbed. So I don't have the money and I feel so bad. So I didn't get my fruit, but that's to be expected. So then another time she went home, I didn't give her any money to get home. So she called me crying. Oh my God. She was saying that she fell on the ground and some people had to rub her down after she fell. And they saying that she needs to pay them. She needs to pay them 40 CDs, which is $4. And she needs the 40 CDs right now or they're not going to let her go home.
That's definitely local Africans in business type stuff. That's, yes, they'll do that to you. I've had several instances, but that's why we have the block button.
So you hear so many stories, so many lies. I can get into it for real, and tell y'all all of the stories.
They lie a lot. I thought folk in America lie. We lie too, but it was a different kind of lie. But these lies, yes, this is very local African. These are the lies I'm used to. Yes, these ones right here, we call it the LAIB, Local Africans in Business Lies. This is what they do.
Stories that I've heard. I mean, that you'll have people telling you that their father is in the hospital, they the eldest child, they need money for him. If they don't get the money, he's gonna pass away because he's not gonna get no help. Most of the time, it's a lie.
He gonna be dead then.
He ain't lying.
Then you're gonna find out he gonna be alive.
Sometimes it's true. Because when you go to the hospital, when we talk about, let's talk about emergency response. No ambulance is coming to pick you up. If you sick, deaf, it's on you. You have to figure it out. You have to put an emergency plan in place.
That's definitely here.
As long as you're in Ghana, you need an emergency plan.
Yes, sir.
Nobody is going to come and help you.
Nope.
So you need to be close to a hospital. If you have health problems, I just tell you now, don't come. If you handicapped, don't come. They do not care about handicapped people. There's nothing in place for handicapped people. There's no sidewalks that's going to help you with your wheelchair.
You're going to be in that pothole in your wheelchair. You will be in that damn pothole, and people going to look at you like you crazy.
He ain't lying.
They're not going to help you out that wheelchair. If they do, they're going to charge you.
Ramps, no.
Too local in
Very
business.
seldomly even see handicapped signs at the grocery store. So that's dead.
So look, I'm not going to react to the whole video, but let me just say this. This isn't just what's going on in Ghana. I have never been to Ghana. This is the same here. 100% true except for the electricity. Everything else is true. I'm pretty sure same in Tanzania. Guys, you got to really know what you're talking about. Do not sell all your stuff coming to Africa. You are going to be so mad. It's beautiful. It's opportunities. I want to come out with some more information on how you can do things. You can definitely make it big here, but yeah, you got to know what you're up against. The LAIB is strong. So check out the video for K&K Squad below. The name of the video is called Why You Should Not Move to Ghana, The Harsh Truth They Don't Tell You. It's an illusion. She's going viral right now for some of this content. Subscribe, hit the bell. We out.